What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 40 of Psychotic and Iconic. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our pages. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and do so. And remember to share the stream throughout the live feed tonight. My name is Pauls. That's going to be my new identity. We're all getting our identities here tonight. This is Nick Theories, because if you watch the show, you know what that means.
It's real.
We have Mikey P. I don't know where we got that one. He made that one up himself, kind of.
It's my name.
It works, yeah. It's for like when you're in like third place on the picks.
Oh shit!
And then we have,
That's the second time this week you said that. I'm going after you now. You're done.
And we
the
have
show's over.
And we have Philly Phil, the producer, who
Philly
is
Phil.
the GOAT, undisputed.
Third in picks. I can't wait till I pass him next week. Man,
Is it possible next week?
Oh yeah.
It's not going to happen, but is it possible?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
It's possible.
Well, I'm last in picks.
Yeah. And he said this twice this week.
And
So
I admit it. I don't care. I have no shame.
I had money
I'm not a
line.
safe boy.
Yo, you're learning.
I had money line all season until like last week, and then he took it from me. The one thing I did have, and we're catching him on the spread though.
We're coming.
We're there. We're only 4 out
We're all doing good.
after tonight. That is
All our picks.
We're coming.
All our picks.
Oh
are
yeah,
there.
all 3 of us were money this week.
We know what we're doing.
So you're gonna want to listen to all 3 of us. But so tonight, okay, the usual stuff. DFS. We got Monday Night Football. This is one of the best games this season tonight. Hopefully.
Big game.
Hopefully. It's a very meaningful game, okay? So we're going to talk about that a lot tonight. We got Rams, Cardinals.
Cardinals won the first game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. And then we got Sunday recap. And that should be a lot. We got a lot of stuff to go over. We got the studs and duds. We got props for tonight's game as well. We're going to go over some of the successful picks that we had this week. We had a really good week as a group.
Regular.
I mean, 10-3 across the board, money line. I'm 11-2 on the spread, but all of us did well. I'm challenging Nick's record. Nick went 12-2 a couple weeks ago. That's the P&I weekly record. Right
That's
there.
awesome, dude.
So
12-2.
when the Cardinals win, excuse me, if the Cardinals win,
Okay.
It's
right.
crazy because I'm last in picks. And I had the best week.
yeah, but you've been
focused
heating
now.
up.
You're focused.
You're heating up.
I'm fucking focused. I told you this.
Yep.
So that's tonight's schedule. Monday Night Football. Let's go, baby. Oh yeah.
Guess the juice is flowing a little bit.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I got sour eye.
So we're gonna start with a DFS update. Nick, he cleaned up. Nick and I were tied in first at 7 wins. Nick swept the weekend. He won both Sunday contests. So now he's got a 9-7 lead. We got some catching up to do. He could sweep. I mean, without counting Thursday, he could sweep.
Nick, sweep up.
Triple crown. I'm coming.
I want to see someone get the quadruple crown. That's going to be tough, though.
It would be tough.
But if you get 3 in a row, I might not play next week. So, let's start, though. I mean, do you want to recap your lineup? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Go ahead. Give us your winning lineups for Sunday afternoon. And by the way, Nick's Sunday afternoon lineup, if you used it, you would have won money, guaranteed.
You know what's funny about that? I feel like if I played it for money, I wouldn't win.
They would have stopped.
And that's the thing.
That's
is,
how it works.
It's so
I
regular.
always do well when I'm not playing for money.
Exactly.
Basically, if you hit the 150-point threshold, you're gonna win some money. And I think that 2 of us did.
Well, yeah, I had 165 points total.
Oh, and yeah, I mean, Phil did too. Phil was right there, right at 149.
Phil.
So 3 of us all crossed that line.
Who came in last?
Fuck you, dude.
I didn't say anything.
Desperation.
Yeah. Here we go.
I mean, it's Sunday
love
Night
it.
Football too. We crossed 120 each. Pretty nice. Go ahead, Nick. Tell us your Sunday afternoon money-winning lineup.
So my quarterback was Taysom Hill with 26.3 points. I had Josh Jacobs. That was a bust. I was looking forward to him having a big game, but just gameplay in general just didn't allow it. And then I had Javonte Williams with 21.3, CD Lamb with 14.6, Jamar Chase with 25.3, Chris Godwin with 23.5, Foster Moreau. He sucks.
I had him too. I was
so
pissed.
bad.
I thought he was going to be good.
4.3, and Jalen Guyton with 17.7, and I had the
Hell of a
Titans
pick.
defense with 21.
That was-
Titans defense pitched a shutout, had 4 picks. It was just a great day for them.
Say goodnight,
That
Urban.
MVP pick right there is Jalen Guyton, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Cheap and serviceable.
17.7 from a guy who cost 3 Gs.
Yep.
So you had a $165 with a couple of busts here. That's like crazy. You had
know.
an amazing day.
I know.
Yeah,
I wish I
holy
could replace
shit,
Josh
dude.
Jacobs, but yeah, that's all right. Life goes on. And then my Sunday night football DFS lineup, I scored 138.69. Damn. That's a great number. I had Aaron Jones as my captain with 32.25 points. I had Aaron Rodgers with 32.64. Devontae Adams with 37.1. What a game he had. A.J. Dillon with 7.1. Carlos Santos with 14. And Demir Bird, 15.6.
That was awesome.
That's the hometown pick right there. Shout out to Demir Bird.
Huff his bird.
Yeah.
Whoa, fam. Come on, fam. Let's go.
Corrupted.
Sorry.
So
But-
that was the winning lineups this weekend, boys. Take some fucking notes. I need some
Yeah.
competition, man. I'm bored.
You know where you nailed it? It was the last 2 guys on your lineup for both of them. It was
Yep.
Guyton and Bird went off.
Yep.
Those value picks are major.
I started him in fantasy. I don't know why I didn't put him in the DFS.
Major.
Oh, Guyton?
Major.
Yeah, I had him
Yeah.
in fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was like a no-brainer because Mike Williams was the only wide receiver that was pretty much active, outside of Keenan Allen being hurt. You know what I mean? So,
That's what I'm saying.
Not hurt,
Yeah,
but
COVID.
he was on COVID.
That's why I
list, so-
started him.
And he's like a deep threat. So I don't know. I just felt. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's move on to Monday Night Football
Monday
lineup.
Night Football lineups. Nick, why don't you start us off, Mr.
All right, let's
Champion?
go. All right. So my captain is Kyler Murray.
Great choice.
My flex is Cooper Kupp, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, Zach Ertz, and Kendall Blanton because Higbee's out, and he cost me $400. So why
Say
not?
that one again.
Kendall Blanton?
I never heard of him.
I never
Who the
heard of him
hell
either.
is that?
Joe
Yeah.
Blanton's brother.
Value
That's
pick.
why I was gonna text to you guys. And like,
It's all about the value.
it's like, wait, Kendall Blanton. Are you even sure he's the backup tight end?
I did my research.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has to listen though. You've been leading. So
well, here's the thing. Higbee's out with on the COVID
Yeah.
list.
Wait,
and
hold on.
so-
Is
Jalen
Evans
Ramsey.
out?
I did not confirm that yet. He was supposed to come off IR.
Who's this?
Chase Edmonds.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not in my lineup.
Fuck,
You
dude,
got him in your
he's
lineup?
out. I did. He's
Jesus.
out.
You could swap him
No
right
wonder
now.
why you come last.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding.
See what I'm
I'm kidding.
You could swap him, but you got 7 minutes. I'll go to you last. All right, just swap him, and,
All right,
and
I'm
we'll
gonna
fix
do
it.
a quickie real fast.
Whoa.
Pause.
Pause, man.
You're not safe over there. Oh,
Yeah, for real.
you're not safe on
That
that,
was
side of the
appropriate.
table.
That was very appropriate. All right, so who's
Okay,
next? Who's
I'll go
rocking?
next. Of course, I got Kyler Murray as my captain. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys are taking notes, right? He's just fantastic. He's going to be producing stats tonight. I'll
Go
put
for
that
it.
out there. Okay, Kyler Murray, the obvious captain choice. I got dual kicker action. I'm going back to it. I got Matt Gay and Matt Prater. All right. I got Christian Kirk. I got Sony Michel, who is starting tonight with Darrell Henderson out. And that might be the way the Rams win this game. If they want to win, they're going to have to run the football effectively. So that doesn't mean I believe in it. It just means that I know he's going to get a lot of touches. I'm starting him tonight. And then I got Cooper Kupp. All right. Absolute stud. Nothing else to say there.
I love it.
Phil, go right ahead.
Badly. Hold on. Like
Two-time champ, Phil. We got filled twice.
We did.
Captain DeAndre Hopkins. I got the Cardinals defense. Connor, who's that?
That's the starting running
Yes.
back for the
Yep.
Cardinals.
Zach Ertz. What's Kirk?
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk. You had him as well.
I don't know why they don't show the full name on here.
Yeah.
But they do on the app.
And
Anyway.
and then Stafford.
So,
I got to be honest. I really like Phil's lineup. I think it's pretty loaded.
guess
I'm
what?
worried.
I mean, the only thing he's missing is Kyler Murray, but
True.
DeAndre Hopkins with no Jalen Ramsey across from him. Jalen Ramsey also
He could have
inactive due to COVID.
inadvertently had the best captain.
Hey, it's the only differentiator between the three, the four of us. So he's got a shot here.
I sure as shit don't know what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
I like the lineup, Phil.
But that's the point.
I really like
That's
the
the
lineup.
point.
And you beat the experts twice. So maybe we're not so good. No,
We're not experts.
I'm only kidding. We're pretty good, but it's an accomplishment. Anyway, there is Mike. You didn't go.
I did not. Thank
See,
you
look
for
at that.
remembering
I
me.
skipped it because you know what?
I wish you
that
did.
was a mic drop.
Well, I wish you did because my captain. I don't even want
Pun
to say.
intended. Mic drop.
I don't
Yeah.
even want to say who my captain is,
Go ahead.
but it's Kyler Murray.
Exactly. How could I skip over you knowing that?
I hate it. Then I have Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford, Matt Prater, Matt Gay, and Rondale Moore.
Okay.
So who'd you have to sub out? You subbed out.
Chase Edmonds, and I put in Matt Gay. So I left $600 or $200 on the board.
Good pivot. They're not gonna be scoring touchdowns. I need them to though.
Here
Oh,
comes
I
Kendall.
just need Cooper Kupp to be trash.
Oh man.
I really
wait
do.
Till, wait
I
till I
have him-
tell you guys my scenario.
I have him
tonight.
in here, but I need him to stuck.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I feel like this is a Christian Kirk kind of game.
I hope,
It
dude.
feels that way, right?
Yeah, weirdly, but every time I say that, the best wide receiver actually goes off. So maybe D-Hop is his night without Ramsey. So we'll
I mean,
see.
I don't know. I just don't want to wear a romper to Skeeters next August. So I need to win tonight.
Wow. Oh man. So let's get into our props. So let's get into our props for the game, and then we can kind of break the game down a little bit. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All
Nick,
right.
Give us the losing props.
Oh shit! All right, so prop
Right.
bets tonight. We're gonna start off with the quarterbacks. Kyler Murray over under 267.5 passing yards, and Matthew Stafford over under 285.5 passing yards. Go around the board. What you guys think?
I will take over for Stafford and over for Murray. I think if the Rams want to have a shot to win tonight, they need a big game from Matt Stafford.
Facts.
And Kyler Murray, especially now without Jalen Ramsey, I mean, he should be able to throw all over them.
I'm leaning over as well. I think that tonight is more likely to be a shootout than not. If it's not a shootout, it's going to be a Cardinals domination kind of game, and I would prefer to see a good game tonight.
Yeah, it's
That's just, and for fantasy purposes too, which I will explain shortly.
I don't see blowout at all simply because of how the magnitude of the game for the Rams.
They better show up.
Yeah.
I got over for Kyler and I got under for Stafford. Both QBs over under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Who you guys got?
I will say over for both.
I'm going over as well.
I'm going over as well. I think that's a pretty good value pick right
Listen,
there.
if
for both of them.
Stafford's under 2 touchdowns tonight, they're getting smoked.
Yeah,
both
they
loaded
they
offense.
have to. Yeah.
They're gonna get
And they're
smoked.
both loaded on offense, so I think they're both over as well. All right, so let's move on to the running backs. James Conner over under 60.5 rushing yards. Sony Michel over under 68.5 rushing yards. And I gotta throw in Kyler in there. Kyler Murray over under 31.5 rushing yards.
I'm going to say under for both backs and over for Kyler Murray.
I'm going to say over for the Cardinals, Connor and Murray, and I'm going to say under for Sony Michel. I think he gets over that in total yardage, but maybe not rushing tonight.
I agree with you guys. I got over for James Conner. I got over for Kyler and under for Sony. Let's move on to the wide receivers. DeAndre Hopkins over under 65.5 receiving yards. Christian Kirk over under 48.5 receiving yards.
Over for Hopkins and over for Kirk.
I'm going to go over for both. I think this is a matchup that can be exploited for Kirk. And also, now you got Hopkins, who's, he's coming back from injury still. They didn't cut him loose yet. I think tonight could be that game, though.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's fresh.
It's a
He's
good
got no
opportunity,
Jalen
too.
Ramsey.
Great opportunity.
It's a primetime game. It just feels like a good spot for him. I feel like he's going to have a more D-Hop kind of game.
Yep.
It's been
I
a
got
while.
over for both as well. So let's move on to the Rams wide receivers. Cooper Kupp over under 98.5 receiving yards. OBJ over under 49.5 receiving yards.
I'm going to say under for Kupp because it's wishful thinking. 'Cause I need him to suck tonight. And OBJ, I'm going to say over. Unless he pulls a hammy during warm-ups or something.
I'm going to do the reverse. The Cardinals' pass defense has been pretty decent, but Cooper Kupp is the guy who, he's just Cooper Kupp. I'm
He's a
sorry,
machine.
Mike. Cooper Kupp's going over. He's going to be fed.
Yep.
It happens every week.
Okay.
I can't believe the line is there. It should be over 100 these days.
I'm with
He's
you.
like a lock. So
I'm with you.
under for OBJ too.
Okay, yeah, I got over for Kupp and under for OBJ. Let's give some tight end love here. Zach Ertz over under 40.5 receiving yards.
The legend.
I'm going over.
I'm saying
under.
Under, but I won't be surprised if he catches a touchdown tonight. I'm going to say under.
I like the overs. All right, so my iconic lock of the game. Right here, bet it. It's a guarantee win. Kyler Murray over 31.5 rushing yards. Sony Michel under 68.5 rushing yards. DeAndre Hopkins over 66.5 receiving yards. And DeAndre Hopkins anytime touchdown score.
Wow.
Bet
Did you add that touchdown last minute?
I did.
Wow.
I did.
like
I
it,
feel
though.
good about it. I don't know.
like
It just feels right. So
I like it a lot. I agree with all four of those.
I love the
with
anytime touchdown score.
yes.
fairly
He's a
high
beast.
confidence too. I agree with you.
Yeah, with no Ramsey, that was it for me. So that's why I plugged it in.
He shows
Yo,
up.
if the Rams lose tonight, they have no path to win the division, right?
Oh, they're done.
Well,
They might not even make the playoffs.
They'd be down 3 games to the Cardinals.
With 4 games left.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah, here.
Good luck.
So they are. Oh man, they're 2 games back right now. They'd be 8-5 if they lose. I mean, they're looking pretty good for a playoff spot, but we'll see. NFC's still wide open. We'll see. They're not playing good ball.
I'm looking forward to this game. This is a major game for the Rams.
I know.
Desperation.
So here, let's break this down.
I'm telling you, I really believe Stafford's going to show up tonight, and that's coming from me.
Surprise.
I really believe he's going to show up tonight.
We're going to see what he's made of because under the bright lights, he kind of crumbles. So we'll see.
This is the brightest of lights here.
Mm-hmm.
So we made our picks on our last show, and it was Arizona -2.5. That was the line, okay? So it's the Rams at the Cardinals. Just a refresher here. The boys across from me, they're crazy. They picked the Rams to upset in Arizona outright. They're crazy, in my opinion. Psychotic and iconic, you would say.
We're going to change your opinion in about 3 hours.
A little more psychotic.
So it was 2.5 when we picked it, and
When we
now
picked it.
and now it moved to what?
That's a good question. Let's
Probably
check
moved
that
a
out.
point or a half a point for
Because
Ramsey.
without Ramsey and Higbee out,
I don't think Higbee
that's.
moves it.
I mean, he's been effective here and there.
They got Blanton.
Yeah, I'm serious.
By the way,
$400.
the game started 2 minutes ago. See, this 8:15 thing throwing me off still. To this day. 8:15 is when they start on ESPN now.
You got to prepare better.
So, yeah, I guess so. I guess I fucked up there. So the point is, anyway, I took the Cardinals, and I took the Cardinals -2.5. Let's break this down, though. What are you guys thinking?
I see a high-scoring game. As I just was stating about Matt Stafford, I think he's going to show up tonight. I don't know why. I just have a hunch. I think the game's really important for them, and I think it's going to be a really good game.
I hope so, Mike. I hope so. Nick, what are you thinking?
I see a 31-27 type of game, and I think the Rams pull it out. I do.
Now, what if I told you I could see the same, but the flip? Cardinals are getting 30 points tonight.
Man,
no Ramsey. Now I feel like it's a
know.
lock. They're getting 30. But
That's really unfortunate that he has to miss
It's major.
for COVID. That really sucks.
it's major. The key for me tonight is, can the Rams withstand the Cardinals' pass rush? It's going to be a long night for them if they can't hold off Chandler Jones and company.
One thing Stafford does do really well, he can get the ball out of his hands. I feel like tonight they could use like Kupp and OBJ, just quick slants across the middle, get the ball out of his hands, and you can negate the pass rush.
You know, one other thing he
Or
does.
quick slants
is
to Sony Michel.
He's good at fumbling the ball, too. Getting the ball out of his hands.
I mean, I just think Sony Michel's got to be the X factor here. If they could run the ball, control the clock, open up the play action to expose the Cardinals secondary. I mean, because they have been pretty good.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to run the football to open things up. So, I mean, that's where I'm at with the game. So.
They nailed it with the kid from Florida they drafted, Wilson, Marco Wilson, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They nailed it there. Yeah, for me, if they can't run the football, that's the way you beat the Cardinals. If you can run the football, everything changes. You keep their offense off the field. They're going to score points. They always score points. They look really sharp last week. They're at home. I mean, it just seems like I don't want to say insurmountable because the Rams have a ton of talent, but they've not been playing well since they acquired Von Miller.
And who else?
I just can't see it.
And who else?
Odell, but he's been playing pretty well,
He has.
Mike.
I haven't said a word about him because he has.
You know, like, Odell's not the problem.
Von Miller looks like he's not even a factor, I feel like. Like, you don't even hear about him anymore. He's just a name. It's weird to say that because, like, I feel like when you say that, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe that. But, like, I feel like he's just a name
It's
anymore.
nothing
It sounds shot
eye-popping
out.
right now because he had a good first half of the season. I mean, they had to pay the piper.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know if it's
And
an
Aaron
adjustment
Donald,
thing.
Aaron Donald is definitely the X. He's always the X factor. But if they can get pressure up the middle against Kyler Murray, and because he's a short quarterback, so if you could blur his vision a bit, you can
Problem
kind
is
of
he
help out your
escapes.
secondary. It helped out.
He just gets out of the way.
I just don't think they're gonna be able to keep an eye on him. I think he's just gonna be loose. He's gonna go off tonight. 3
it
TDs
really
minimum.
sucks that they're missing Ramsey. Like, that really sucks.
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of the game, it sucks for you
That's
guys
what I mean,
too
yeah.
with your pick.
No, I don't even care about
But-
the picks. I'm just saying for, like, the game in general. You want
Well,
a player out there like
it's
that.
Right.
major, but maybe this is something where it's an emotional kick too. They see that their
Control your
guy's
emotions.
out. That's a captain. He's not just
Yeah.
one of the top 3 best corners. He's the captain. But I want to tell you guys my scenario in fantasy because this is crazy. I had a 5% chance of getting into the playoffs entering the week. I needed like 4 different teams to win plus myself. 5. This is scenario, okay? I need this team to win. They are down by approximately 30-ish points. Low 30s. They have Stafford and James Conner. So do you think that they could score over 30 points combined? This is full point PPR and 6-point passing touchdown.
I think it'll be hard, but if it's the type of game that we're kind of leaning towards where it's a shootout, yes.
Because, I mean, last time I checked, in this league, Stafford's only had under 20 1 or 2 times the whole year. And then James Conner himself has been putting up massive point
Well,
production.
now that because I thought when we were talking earlier, I thought Edmonds was
Right.
playing, so he's not
That
now. So
changes
that does
everything.
change it because now you have nobody that'll eat up like targets closer to the red zone, and you're not going to switch Connor out if you're on the 5-yard line.
So he'll be an all-purpose back
Is it a
tonight.
PPR?
PPR,
So you
6-point passing touchdown.
So you would need James Conner to put up at least 15. If he gets 15, you could bet that Stafford could put up 20. There's your win.
Honestly, if they just meet their season averages or what they're projected for the night, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I need that team to win. I have another one, though. And this guy's down 23 points, full point PPR, and has Kupp and Hopkins. The other side does not have anybody. So Kupp and Hopkins, 23 points. It feels like it has to happen, right? Like, am I crazy for having hope right now?
No.
That's all I'm trying to say. I did my part. I fucking smoked my opponent.
You ain't pass it.
So
It's cold, man. It's
this is the
fucked
league,
up.
and you guys remember this. I had
fucked up.
5 of my first 6 picks, 6 of my first 8 on IR for literally the entire season. I had CMC and Chris Carson. They're out for the entire year.
Regular.
I had ZEH. I know, now I can't fight it anymore. So, both of them, though, CMC's.
Hey, at least he admits it, though. I mean, I gotta give respect
He
to
has a
that.
degenerative neck issue. I don't even know if he's going to play next year. So I had them. I had CEH. I had Julio. I had AB. And I had Russ.
I feel your pain, dude.
I don't know how I stuck around,
I don't know.
but I'm here.
Your lineup
I'm
sounds
still
like
here.
2017. It sounds like a great lineup in
Still
2017.
here. Still here.
I like that.
I had Lenny on my bench. I drafted him on my bench, so that was kind of big.
Yeah, he's major. He's been a piece of
Lenny,
shit.
CD Lamb, made some nice, savvy free agent moves, and here we are.
That's the key. Free agent moves are the key.
Brandon Ayuk turned it up too. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, we were big
there
on
we
that.
go. So, yeah, that's actually one of our listeners. It's my brother's team. Both of my brothers, I need them to pull through. Now watch, they won't do it. All right, there you go. Let's move on, guys. All right, we have. Wow, we're going right into the recap. NFL Week 14, NFL Sunday. Change it up for me, Phil.
My bad. I was looking at the chat.
That's all good. I'm looking over at you.
Pay attention.
Phil's all cleaned up today, isn't he?
Yeah, he's handsome. Straight out of Great Clips.
Get the hell out of here, man.
All right, so here is.
Episode title. Fuck. That's the right.
Stop. Oh shit. All right, here is the update of the week. We had our iconic locks of the week, guys. Locks of the week. We pretty much nailed all of them, okay? I hope that you bet on them. We had the Chargers, the Packers, the Titans, all as iconic locks of the week. They all pulled through. Hope you put your money down. If you parlayed all three of them, good for you.
Big bank.
I did, but I had the Bengals in there too.
Fucking Bengals.
I know,
They're
dude.
so frustrating. They're so frustrating.
It's a tough loss.
So there's that update. Standings update we kind of already talked about. The money line picks are riding on this game tonight. If you guys win with the Rams, you guys tie for the money line of the week. If I get the Cardinals, I get the spread and the money line for the week. All right? Seasonal, though, only 4 back on Mike in the spread, and I think 3 on the money line. Nick and I are both right there.
That's awesome.
So Mike
That's
is
gonna be
still
a fun,
our
that's gonna be
leader.
a fun closeout to
I
the
can't
game.
wait. I
Mike
told
is-
you.
I mean,
Mike's
close
our
out the
leader.
year.
Told you I'm focused.
Yeah, I know.
And then I have to update the P&I bets, too, here at the table. Mike and I actually bet on this game tonight because I did him the favor. I said, look, if I'm going to bet
We did?
against Baker, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we bet the Ravens, Browns, and then we bet tonight.
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot. All right.
It's,
bet.
it's
sour.
like, you know,
Yeah, for
it's
real.
a- it's
You've been
a-
on some shit, bro.
It's the Kyler Baker thing.
It was a long 2 days.
And look, Lamar Jackson got hurt. He did him a favor. Mike won that bet. They almost blew that game, brother.
I was sick to my
They
stomach.
almost blew
I
that
was-
game.
When it was 24-3, and then he went down. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'm like, I didn't even know who the backup was, and I had to search. I'm like, Brett Huntley is gonna come back and beat them.
Brett Huntley.
No,
know what?
it
It's
ain't Brett Huntley.
Jalen Huntley, right? Or is it Tyler?
It's like Tyler.
Tyler Huntley.
Yeah.
All right, garbage Huntley. So, but what is the worst though? The line was 2.5. So
I know.
imagine being up 21-3.
Yeah.
And then Huntley whatever Huntley it is, coming in and covering that game by half a point.
Fan.
Yeah, thanks.
I lost.
Thanks, because I had the Ravens on the spread.
I took Washington plus 6.5,
I wasn't gonna say
and they
it.
missed. They missed the extra point. It was blocked. It was tipped. Yeah,
I wasn't
know,
gonna
thanks.
say it.
I lost my
I-
money. All right, you're gonna fucking pat me on the shoulder. That's crazy, man. I deserve it though, because I was trashing him early.
I didn't want to crush your pride. All right, I wasn't gonna do that.
I think the funniest part was the text message. It was just like, yo, what the fuck?
I was like, "Are you
what's up?"
fucking serious?"
And
Like,
then
you
he's
gotta be
I got
fucking kidding me.
Washington plus 6.5. And all you see is on red zone is the field goal getting blocked. And then that's so regular.
That is so regular.
Yo, but
fucked
before
up.
before we break down the headliner games, we got a few of them. All right, we got studs and duds. All right, let's get this shit started. We're gonna read off some studs and their lines. Okay, same thing with the duds, and then we're gonna pick our stud of the week, dud of the week.
Let's do it.
There was some real poop this week. Major.
Lot of
Shout out.
Major
Ace.
fantasy feces.
Yeah, fantasy feces is right.
All right. Dalvin Cook.
Oh shit.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Crickets.
Everyone knows this one.
Crickets.
Dalvin Cook's a stud, baby.
He's a fucking monster.
Dalvin Cook, 28 touches, 222 total yards, 35.2 fantasy points. My God, man. Dalvin Cook crushed the Steelers on Thursday. He is a stud. All right. You guys want to take the next one?
I'll go. So, second stud of the week is Josh Allen. 36 of 54 with 308 yards, 2 touchdowns, 12 carries, 109 yards, and another touchdown.
And an L.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
For 35 fantasy points.
Nick, why don't you
All right.
just say the name of the player real quick?
Say what you need to say.
It's not even a player. It's a collective. I have a collective as my stud of the week. It's the Titans defense, fellas. 0 points allowed, 4 interceptions, 3 sacks, giving up 192 yards total, producing 32 fantasy points. That is ridiculous coming from a defense. That's
Damn,
outstanding.
look at you all jumpy hopping to your stud of the week.
Tighten up, baby. I'm telling you, this
was the
team
Jags.
is
Threw me for a
good.
loop there.
Jags.
It's a great.
I don't care who it was. They produced.
There were a lot
Shimmer.
of
They
good
produced.
streaming defenses this week, and they were the one that came through.
And you know who lost to the Jags? Your
Bills.
desperation
The
Bills. Yeah, exactly. So,
Wow, I almost forgot that. shit.
no, I didn't forget.
Yeah.
All right,
you
listen.
never forget.
So,
Facts.
James Robinson.
Hmm.
Oh, get ready for this.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dud. He was horrible, okay? James Robinson. Oh, my God. Nick warned us on this one. 6 carries for 5 yards and 0.4 fantasy points. This is literally the week before playoffs.
Nick called it.
I'm telling you
Oh.
right now, we need to update those sound effects because he was more than just a little queefy fart.
Yeah.
Because he was dead ass.
Yeah, give it. Oh, there you go.
There
Little
you go.
beef
You got to
eater
spray
right
the
there.
ball with that shit. 'Cause he's
He had
garbage,
beef
bro.
stew, all right?
Fam, I told you guys last week. I said it. James Robinson, I would be worried because he is being phased out of the offense quick.
The problem is too is
And the Jags suck.
they're horrible.
Yes.
And they hate
They're
Urban Meyer.
regressing every week.
I feel like Urban Meyer hates them. And it's just they're a disaster. If you're a James Robinson owner and you're in a playoff hunt,
How could you play him?
I'm not.
You have to
I'm
be
benching
scared
him.
to death.
I'm benching him, and I'm going to find another option.
Urban Meyer should have been fired a month ago. This is crazy. He's getting out of hand. And Trevor Lawrence is getting worse. Like, shouldn't you worry about your franchise quarterback
he
right
threw
now?
an interception to the linebacker yesterday that there wasn't even a wide receiver near there.
Puzzling. Completely puzzling.
Guys, what do you think about his future?
Who?
Trevor Lawrence.
You better get a good coach in there.
They need to bring in Doug Peterson.
He would be a good hire. I like that. I saw
They
that.
need to bring in Doug Peterson, who's a former quarterback in the NFL. He works well with quarterbacks, and I think he would be able to help stabilize that abysmal organization.
He's
I
a
really
player's
do.
coach. The players love him.
Yeah, he gives them ice cream and shit after they have a nice week of practice. I think he would be really good for them, a big culture change. Just don't go to college. Get somebody that won a Super Bowl, that's respected around the league, proven that he isn't a yes man. And I think he would be perfect for him. But they need to figure it out before. If they go down the path that Cleveland did, hiring Freddie Kitchens, all you're doing is setting Trevor Lawrence, who's a generational talent, another year back in his development.
And
Look,
another thing too
go
is
ahead.
they don't run the football like effectively at all. So that actually hurts him because they're already predicting he's gonna throw.
And he's
so
a
they're,
good
they're,
running
they're
back.
prepared for it.
They're
James
not even
Robinson's good.
attempting to run the football.
You know
anymore.
what's really interesting about the Jags? And I thought about this. Laviska Shenault, he's not being used properly.
Nope.
And you know what's funny about it is like he kind of reminds me of a little bit about Cordell Patterson.
I knew you were gonna
so
say
like I
that.
feel like he should
Dude.
be featured in the backfield here and there and see what he could do because he's got speed, he's got the agility, and I just think he's a good player. He's just being really underutilized.
And Deebo Samuel, that is the name that came to mind. He needs to be used like that.
Yes. It's like the new NFL now. Like
Yeah.
the wide receivers are becoming like the running backs, per
I love
se.
The thing
Cordero.
is with those two, I mean, they're kind of bulky dudes. They're tall and they got mass. Is what I'm trying to say. Pause.
Yeah.
But they can take a little beating behind the backfield.
Yeah, they have girth.
Look, I was beating around the bush.
I know.
Pause again.
I was just calling a spade a spade.
Yeah.
But yes,
But seriously, I mean, like if they use Shenault back there, in a couple plays just to see what he could do. I mean, what do you have to lose? You're not scoring any fucking points.
Their offense has no
creativity.
no juice to it.
No
It's
swag.
boring as hell.
No swag.
So what they're doing right now is they're fucking up their number 1 overall pick, who could be a solid starter. Listen, I wasn't huge on him. I think he could be a solid starter in this league, like top half. I don't think he's gonna be a generational starter, in my opinion.
No, I mean
I'm
when he
not
was
there
coming
with
out.
you.
Well, I mean, if right now that looks like it's
But
accurate.
he's got the talent.
He's talented as hell. It's just
He's smart.
You need a coach.
I mean, coming out, he was the guy who could walk on water. So where's it at?
I know. I'm with you. And they are seriously they're horrible
Garbage franchise.
all the way around.
Let's move on though. Devontae Adams. Man, he's so good.
Stud.
10 for 121 and 2 tutties, 34 fantasy points in prime time in a divisional game. Regular.
He's ridiculous. I mean, you can game plan no matter what around against him, and he's just going to produce. He finds a way.
The route he ran in the end zone on the touchdown pass, where he faked like he was going for a jump ball and cut back in, it's unguardable. He's so crisp.
Yeah.
Quick feet, man.
Yeah.
He's so.
It's all
good,
about
man.
the feet.
He's,
Ask Chad Johnson.
he's
It's
the
all
best.
about the feet, man.
He's the best in the league, and there's really not even a close.
He's
second.
like dancing and shit.
It's
He's
crazy,
beating people
man.
on the line. It's
He
crazy.
is the best in the league.
Yeah,
Seriously,
he's
it's-
so good.
He's unbelievable.
So there's that. We got Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Doo-doo Dak.
Oh shit.
That's kind of how it was. A long, drawn-out, shitty game from him. It's so puzzling, right?
Yeah.
22 of 39, 56.4 completion percentage, 211 passing yards, 1 TD, 2 picks, 9.9 fantasy points.
And a fumble. Don't forget that too.
I was being generous.
I'm not, because I have him on my team, and he has been really concerning for me. The last couple of games, he hasn't, put up double-digit fantasy points, and this was coming off a game that he threw a couple touchdowns against the Saints, crushed them, and then he put up 25 points, and then he, back-to-back performances with under double digits. It's concerning, and especially against a porous Washington defense that, pretty much are one of the worst in the league, and he failed to put up double digits. So I don't know. I'm pretty concerned about him moving forward. And it just feels like Dallas's passing game is kind of broken in a weird way. But I just think, I think he'll bounce back because Dak has a talent, and they have lethal wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb is a beast. Amari Cooper is a beast.
I warned you he was their wide receiver 1.
Michael Gallup is their 3, and he is a superstar. He could be a superstar.
If you put him on the Eagles,
he's going to get paid. He's a free agent this offseason.
He's going to be a midnight green.
I don't know, Mike.
I hope.
And don't sleep on Dalton Schultz. He could play a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of like him.
Godfather. Prescott hasn't been the same since that injury. He's been screaming.
His league.
Listen, I don't know what's going on in Dallas. I just know this. When shit matters, they fold every year. So we're going to see what they're made of, okay?
Not the win.
We're going to see what they're made of. They still held on for the win. Little concerning, though. We'll talk about them in a little bit, all right? George Kittle.
Yeah.
Check mark indeed. Oh, my God. He is on fire. He is on fire.
He's
13,
crazy good.
13 for 151 and a tutty. It feels like every week he's doing this. 34 fantasy points. He is literally carrying your team into the playoffs.
Back-to-back
You waited all season for him to come around.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back, and he's the undisputed top 3 tight end. Top 2.
As soon as I said if you're a Kittle owner, should you be worried? He scored 40 a week.
Right after that.
It's unbelievable. Yo,
Ever
what is
since he's
going on?
returned.
I need to get out of 2021
You do.
fantasy year.
You do. I'm concerned.
It's so bad.
Hey, at least you're good at picking.
Damn.
What? That's a good thing. That's where the money's at, the picks.
Oh, man.
Right?
I guess,
We're a
but
betting podcast. It's all about the money.
follow me.
See, look, I'm giving him props, and he's,
Like the network.
P&I, part of the Props Network, in case you missed it last week. I was going to say that later in the show. But, yeah, keep checking out our content there. We're on their website, too. All right? Next up, Antonio Gibson.
I'm concerned about him, too. Damn.
Check your drawers, cuz.
Facts.
All right? 12 touches, 41 total yards, 4.1 fantasy points. It's a shame because he had a nice interview on NFL Network. It was I think it was on Friday. I was like, man, this guy sounds great. He's starting to play better. Nope. We reverted back to his first half stats. He was poopy again.
I know. It sucks.
Anything on that, guys?
I think he's really good. I just I don't know. He's really inconsistent though.
I don't know what to say anymore about him.
He is good, though. He can play.
I think he's really good.
I wonder if maybe they need to pair him with somebody in the backfield. He's not able to last a whole season. That's what it looks like to me. And he's a converted wide receiver. So,
Yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. He's a good player.
Tom, which one?
Well, he must be talking to me.
Yeah, he is talking to you.
I'm Mikey P.
I know, but he calls me Mikey too when he's being a dick.
I call you Mikey too, but not when I'm being a dick.
Okay.
Go ahead, why don't you clarify? Yep, Kyler, he was talking to me.
I appreciate it.
Don't worry. It's a long game.
Ooh, he's choking. He's at
come
he's
on.
at the shelter.
Come on,
Oh,
let's
it's
take it easy.
3-0 right now, Arizona.
Yeah, let's take it easy there.
Yeah.
Inside the end zone. Okay, well, that's a little bit worse.
Yeah, red zone.
Ooh, that's so
interception.
regular.
Yeah. Flashback to Green
regular,
Bay. Yeah,
right?
against Green
Okay,
Bay.
all right,
Yeah,
just making sure.
I was actually just going to say, was it an actual pick or was it AJ Green failing to do what he's done for 12 years?
Did he throw it to AJ Green's back?
I'm still not over that. Staff doesn't look any better, though. Attaboy. All right.
Tom, make him run sprints.
Rashad Penny.
My bad. I didn't.
I told her if I change, she won't get a penny.
Oh, shit. Go
I
ahead.
need another monitor.
Rashad Penny, 17 touches, 138 total yards, 2 tutties, 26.8 fantasy points. If you started him, not only did you win the waiver wire, you probably won your week. This is a guy you probably threw in your flex spot. Man, I added him in 2 leagues. I did not start him. I didn't have the balls because it's Rashad Penny. He's always hurt. How can you rely on him? But guys,
He looked awesome.
hey, can we
yesterday,
agree on
man.
something here? Yo, the thing is with guys that get hurt like that, they don't ever reclaim their speed or their burst. I mean, reference Saquon Barkley. He has not looked the same.
I told you.
But Rashad Penny yesterday, he looked a little bit more like himself coming out of college. That's how he looked coming out of college. And Seattle, I mean, Russ is cooking up a little bit again. They'd have to win out.
So would you guys play him in the playoffs if your fantasy team's in the playoffs? Would you start him? I would start him over James Robinson.
He's
Yeah.
flex worthy.
I was gonna say I would feel like with Penny, I feel like he's gonna get the touches.
Yeah,
He is.
I really do.
I mean, they
So-
said so. Pete Carroll, you never know what to believe. Like
I know.
he said this week, like he's gonna get the ball. He's gonna be leading the backfield or something like that. But you can never fully listen to him. He's like, when he says that, it's like, all right, we're gonna have 4 running backs touch the ball. He committed to him, so it's safe to say he's gonna have a workhorse role. Flex worthy though, like high end RB3, maybe low end RB2. I don't think the matchup is promising next week.
So if you have James Robinson and Rashad Penny, who are you starting?
Penny.
I'm starting Penny because Robinson. I mean, he had 6 touches.
Scream it.
So
I
they
mean,
actually
granted, they got blown out. But even the week before that, just like you said, right on schedule,
Back-to-back
he
fumbles,
He
yeah.
just looks. And they took him out and put in Hyde.
So Seattle plays the Rams in LA next week. It's not a great matchup by any means.
But the opportunities are there. If he's going to get more opportunities
Right.
and touches than James Robinson, then you got to go with the guy.
Seattle
And-
plays the Rams.
And the thing is, when Seattle's offense is going, the running backs tend to score a lot of touchdowns there. So the offense is rolling a little bit. They've been a lot better. Russ's first 2 games back were horrible, but they've been a lot better. Granted, Texans, I understand, but they are playing better. So there's that, okay? Next up, we got one more. Actually, we got a couple more. Travis Kelce. Best tight end in the league, right?
I mean, he's it's hard to
Deflated
argue
balloon
that.
right
but
there.
It's hard to argue he's the best tight end in the league, but I mean, Gronk's still there, guys. I mean, he ain't going away.
My thing, we were just.
Hold on, pause that for a second. He said tip ball, Tommy. I won't fault Kyler too much. That's because he's super accurate. Super accurate. Sorry. All right, going back.
When I saw this, when we were talking about this right before the show, it's weird because of the stat line with them scoring 38 points. 3 receptions for 27 yards. And then I think Tyreek Hill only had 4 catches on 4 targets. So it's just weird that they put up almost 40. And
They actually
didn't
did,
really
Mike. They had 48 at the end.
I thought they had 38. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they just went off at the end.
Holy shit. So, I mean,
It's even worse in
That's
that
even
case,
worse,
right?
yeah. So, it's a weird stat line. But, I mean, he's a top 3 tight end. But I don't know if I would put him the best right now.
Fantasy-wise,
I have a funny.
not as reliable as George Kittle right now.
He's not reliable as Mark Andrews.
Well, yeah. I mean, right now.
Yo, he's on fire. Yo, he's a beast.
I've had Mark Andrews
Mark
for the
Andrews
last
owner here.
I had him for
Thank
the
you
last
very much.
3 years. I think I've had him. He's been awesome every year. I should have got him this year.
He's a stud, man.
He's so good.
Man, and the last time I faced the opponent I just crushed this week, Mark Andrews went off, and I was like, you guys remember this. I was down by, 25, and I had Mark Andrews left, and that was the game he had 30.
Oh yeah, we were
wow.
here.
He comes through when it matters, man.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's been showing up for me. We got one more, though. DK Metcalf.
Oh,
That's all good.
I was waiting for it.
Just say, I don't know if he's worth a drum roll. I don't know what the hell's going on there. But DK Metcalf, 4 for 43 and 8.3 fantasy points. Tyler Lockett's been on fire. That's all that's got to be said there. I don't know what's going on with DK Metcalf. It's a little weird, especially with Seattle
It has to be the
turning it up.
It has to be the offensive coordinator.
I hate him, yeah.
It's
I'm there
inexplicable
with
that
you.
he went from what he went from last year to this year.
Unbelievable. So, to close this segment, stud of the week, we already heard Nick's. Nick had the Titans, all right? Stud of the week. Mike, who you got?
Dalvin Cook.
Damn you.
It has to be. He's just. I mean, when we were watching that game at that place, I forget what the name of it was.
Charlie's.
Yeah, when we were watching it there, he's just unbelievable.
He looked better with the injured shoulder.
Yeah, he is unbelievable.
You know, last time, I think it was the last year, same timing of the year, too. He had that shoulder harness on. He had his best game of the season. Same exact thing. I was going to go Dalvin Cook as well. I'll give a shout out to Mark Andrews, though, because I have him on my team. So, Dalvin Cook, though, was electrifying. So, all right. Dud of the week. Get that poop ready.
It has to be. It has to be.
I'm going James Robinson. I mean, he's just.
It has to be. Six carries for 5 yards, no first down. It's just inexplicable.
I mean, this guy's a second-round draft pick in fantasy, and he's producing 0.4.
He's garbage.
Closer to the playoffs.
It's been a
That's
weird
concerning
season, right?
to me.
Started off at the lowest of lows to the point where Mike was willing to sell his guy.
Bro.
Then turned it up.
Oh, it wasn't you today. I was texting Tommy, and we were talking about it, and I said, I traded James Robinson after the second game of the season, and you could review our episode, and I said, that offense looks horrible. They can't move the ball. I don't think they're ever going to be able to score points. Now, I was wrong the rest of the season, but up until last week, it looks exactly how he looked in the beginning of the season.
Well, it's the last 3 games, Mike.
And then they started phasing him out. It was exactly how the season started.
They had Carlos Hyde in there, and you were saying it too, that he was getting work, and then he was with Urban Meyer in college and stuff, and I'm like, oh, no, I don't want any part of that.
I'm going to, just to be different, guys, because James Robinson was clearly the worst fantasy player this week. It's not even close, really. 0.4. 0.4.
It's
You might have missed the playoffs.
disgrace.
I hope not for your sake.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'm going to call out Dak Prescott. I've been picking Dallas to win pretty often. So I'm going to call out Dak Prescott because I'm not so sure about the Cowboys right now. I don't even know if they locked up the division. I can't even say it with confidence right now. I can't.
Well, I mean, them beating Washington
That was big.
major. Yeah.
But they got Washington again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but they're up 3 games.
The Eagles needed Dallas yesterday.
It's
badly.
tough to win 2 times against a division opponent in a 3-week span.
No, I get that.
It's really tough.
But Dallas is 9-4, Washington's 6-7. There's 4 games left. They're up by 3 games.
They shouldn't blow it. But I'm just saying, like, they've been playing some sloppy football. They're really lucky right now to be 9-4.
You know, it's funny when we were talking about Dallas back in the summer, and we were saying how like their defense could improve, they would be really good because their offense is going to be a bomb squad. The past few weeks, it's been the total opposite.
Right.
They've been getting almost not carried by their defense, but their defense has been the dominant side of the ball. Michael Parsons is going to be Defensive Player of the Year.
He's really close. He's getting some buzz.
He's a beast.
The hit that he put on Mr. Passion yesterday blew his ass up.
Yeah, Mr. Passion, I mean, from what I heard, he should be available for the Eagles game this week. But we'll see. We'll talk about that more on Thursday. I think that's a good point, though. We can start talking about our headliner games. Phil, give us a little something here, all right? We need some football music going on. We're going to talk about the Cowboys a little bit, though. We're going to talk about Washington. So, I think that, so how high do you think Dallas is going to finish? Like, that's the thing, is they should win the division, all right?
They're going to.
Yeah, they're going to. I think they're going to win the
division. But where are they finishing?
4th seed?
4 seed.
Looking like a lock for the 4 seed.
Yeah.
Because it's the Cardinals, Packers, and the Bucks. Yeah, I think they're the 4th seed, without a doubt.
So here, let's go through their schedule real quick. I want you guys to tell me how they're going to finish here, all right? You got the Giants in New York.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's not even disputable.
Yeah, that's a win.
All right. They got Washington in Dallas. What do you guys think of that?
I think that's a win.
Think so?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I just think they're a better team than Washington.
Yeah.
You got the Cardinals in Dallas.
I'm going to say L on that.
Me too. I've had them pegged to lose that game for a while, though.
The problem with that game is they don't really, unless Zeke gets healthy by that time, which he could, but it's going to be hard to get healthy while you're playing. They're not going to be able to run the ball on the Cardinals. That's tough.
Tony Pollard's a good player, though.
I think he's out for the year.
He was out.
He's out for the year?
Probably. He tore the thing in his foot.
Yeah, I didn't see that confirmed, but definitely concerning. Definitely concerning.
If they have Tony Pollard, it's a little bit different with...
He's a beast.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
He's ready to be unleashed.
I was saying that on the assumption that Pollard's gone and Zeke is still a little banged up.
So then we got Week 18, January 9th. We got Dallas and Philly in Philly.
So I would still say that they would beat the Eagles, but
Well, I have Dallas finishing 11-6.
I think that they'll go 11-6 at this point. I think that they're going to lose to the Eagles.
so Tom's saying that he just injured it. So I may be wrong. I thought he teared it. I thought it was a tear. So if that's a little bit.
He was
Zeke
testing it.
is a threat to miss time though.
He was testing
Definitely.
it pregame, and then they just rolled him out.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think the Eagles are going to win that one. Actually,
Well, they might be benching. They might be benching their starters.
it's possible because at that point, if you know you're going to be locked into the 4 seed,
It doesn't matter.
you got nothing to play for. So I think they're going to win it anyway. The Eagles and Cowboys in the final week of the season has some pretty good history in Philly.
It's fun.
I was there at one of them. It was 44-6.
You were there for
Romo
that?
just got destroyed. Yeah, that game.
That was a great
one.
game.
Yeah,
that was my
one.
favorite one. 44-6.
44-6. I was there.
That was
I was
great.
there for that one. But what are you guys thinking about Washington at this point? Because Washington's still holding on to a playoff spot, believe it or not. They are still in. They are the 7th seed at 6-7. They have the tiebreaker advantage over the Vikings, the Eagles, the Falcons, and the Saints. It's a 5-way tie for the 7th seed. What's your thoughts, though, at Washington? I'll give you their schedule, too, and then we can kind of break this down, all right? You got at the Eagles this week coming up, possibly no Heineke.
I got them losing.
Got them losing, too. Nick?
I don't know.
At the Eagles without passion.
I know. I got the Eagles. I'll take the Eagles.
So then they're in Dallas again.
We'll see. When we make our picks, then we'll see. But we'll see.
They're in Dallas again, and I think that all of us just said that they're going to lose that one, right?
Yeah. I think Dallas will win.
In Dallas. So then they're at home against Philly. Now that's where it gets interesting.
They'll split with the Eagles.
They
I think.
usually split.
Yeah.
I feel like they will beat the Eagles there. If the Eagles are going to get in, it's probably a 9-8. So I like their chances the best, I think. But Mike, what do you think? Washington Eagles in Washington.
Eagles.
So you got them sweeping. Mm-hmm. Sweep.
Homer.
And then they got the Giants
Smart.
in New York. It's all division ball, man. This is crazy. Giants in New York to close out the season. I think they should win that one.
They should.
So, I mean, right there, we got them pegged at minimum 3 losses, right? 2 to 3 losses, that's going to put them at 9 for the season. They're out. I don't think they're getting in, guys.
Yeah. I mean, they're a long shot for sure.
Do we agree on that? I mean, they are the 7th seed right now.
They're not gonna make it.
I don't have them getting in, and I just don't think they score enough points.
Yeah. Their
Defense-
offensive well, I think, too. And Scary fucking got hurt, too.
Yeah, that was major.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
I forgot
defense
about
has
that.
turned it
Yeah.
up, though. Like, the defense was so garbage earlier in the season. They seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
I mean, they got the results to prove it.
Yeah. I mean, like, the first half against the Cowboys, turnovers actually killed them in that game.
Because, I mean, that's the other thing.
But-
Is when you're Dallas and you were killing them in the beginning of the game, did they even score in the second half, Dallas? Because this is why I'm saying I'm concerned.
Yeah.
There's something wrong there right now. But anyway. All
Off
right.
topic here.
Go
I
ahead.
have
Go ahead.
So we had an argument over the weekend, and a few gentlemen said Devontae Smith is a better wide receiver than Deontay Johnson. What's your thoughts?
How can you say that right now?
That's what I said.
Because, listen, I mean, does he have more talent? Absolutely. But, I mean, how are you able to say that right now with the season Deontay Johnson's having? How are you able to say that?
I've been screaming this. I mean, I don't know how you could say that when he had a great season last year. The only thing that killed him was his drops. He had 140-something targets. The guy's getting open. He's doing something, right? And he has Big Ben on the cusp of retirement. So I just don't understand where this logic came from that Devontae Smith is in the same conversation as Deontay Johnson.
I would never say
I need
that.
fucking
but
answers.
when you say his issue was drops, that's a big issue. That's not like saying that he has bad route running.
But he cleaned it up. He only has 2 drops this year.
And that's amazing.
That's my
I'm
point.
saying he's having a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm with you on that. I never said that Devontae Smith was better. I'm not a homer, Tom. I'm not. I'm just a realist.
Homers.
And you got like, it's crazy. If Deontay Johnson actually had like a good quarterback, he would be lighting the league up. Straight
Yeah, I
up.
mean, he
have
already
nothing-
is.
I
He's
nothing
got
negative to say
Big
about
Ben
him.
on the cusp of retirement, and he's putting up these numbers, and it's amazing.
He just
He's so slept on, it's crazy.
The
He
initial
is really
argument,
slept.
the initial argument started out as it was route running. That's why I wasn't even arguing with these idiots on this bus, screaming at each other. I'm like, what do you guys? I don't even know. They were arguing 2 different points.
It's called passion. Mike.
Deontay Johnson is a better receiver than Devontae Smith right now.
I don't even.
Long term,
I wouldn't even. It's not even
you know,
an argument.
Exactly. It's not. That's
What
what we're
about
saying
long
right
term?
here. Long term, I like Devontae Smith better. But
I don't know.
I mean, literally, they both need a quarterback. It's all dependent on that. And I don't think either of them have a quarterback.
Put it this way: if Aaron Rodgers leaves Green Bay and he goes to Pittsburgh, Deontay Johnson's going to put up insane numbers.
Look out. I
like
mean,
insane numbers.
he's got the same kind of footwork as the Devontae Adams type.
He will finally get his respect and be on the map.
He's a
He
beast.
deserves respect. This guy is amazing.
He's
one of my
I
favorite
hear you, Nick.
receivers.
I hear
He's
you.
great.
He is definitely worthy of it. All right.
And he keeps his head down and works.
Exactly.
He's a lunch pail kind of guy, like Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's how it is, right? All right. And you know what? I want to say while we're on the Pittsburgh subject, shout out Mikey Broads getting married this weekend.
Yeah, congrats,
All right?
brother.
Sorry the Steelers blew it, but
Yeah.
who gives a shit? You got married. That's
He
way
did.
more important.
Congrats, brother.
All right.
Love
It
you,
was
man.
fun. It was
Congratulations.
I had a great time at the wedding, too. That was a lot of fun.
It was awesome, dude.
It sucked, though, seeing Pittsburgh get their ass beat.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a little deflating, but
Yeah.
the turnaround was, you did the damn thing. Period.
Yeah, he
It's a
did.
big deal, man. It's a
Yeah,
big
man.
deal.
Congrats. Love you, bro.
Congratulations, Mikey Broads, one of our biggest fans, and a Steelers fan. But we forgive him for that. All right, he's a good dude. So, moving on to the next game, I think that the inevitable has occurred. We have to talk Bills Bucks.
Yeah.
We've been waiting.
We have to talk
been
about
waiting. Psychotic ass over there.
it. Let's talk about
His
it.
psychotic pick of the week.
Here, right there.
Yo, I can't believe it was a game.
What sucks about that
I can't
is,
believe it.
if Tom Brady throws that pass to Stephon Diggs, that's pass interference. And you know that shit.
What are you talking about?
The pass interference on him in the end zone, Stephon Diggs, that was pass interference. I can't think of the defender's name. That wasn't Davis. What was the dude's name? But if Tom Brady throws that football, that is pass interference.
What was the result?
They won.
All right.
Because everything goes Tom Brady's way.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's
Get outta
100%
here.
true.
I got a
Get
game
outta
update
here.
for you.
No, I'm not. I'm just fine. I can't hate. Tom Brady's.
But boy, let me pause you because this is for you guys, not for me. All right. Matthew Stafford threw a touchdown
Oh, OBJ.
to OBJ. 7-3 Rams.
He's a bad teammate.
Who?
OBJ.
Horrible.
He forgot how to play,
Horrible.
too.
They hate him.
Forgot how to play.
Terrible teammate, man.
He has a catch for 7 yards.
Terrible teammate.
7
zone.
yards.
Mate.
Yards.
Mate.
Yards. So anyway, back to Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. Hold on. Let me give everyone the breakdown here. All right. It was the line that we had him at. It was Buffalo at Tampa. Tampa minus 3.5. Nick and I took Tampa both ways. Mike had Buffalo as his psychotic pick of the week, and it sure turned out to be psychotic, but it got interesting. It got really interesting. I think the way that we got to lead off here is, first of all, Tom Brady.
I mean, like,
He's the MVP right now.
he's the GOAT.
He won the MVP on that pass to, even though Perriman did all the work. He
Aaron
won
Rodgers
the
is there,
MVP on that.
Aaron Rodgers is there, but that was a moment. That was a moment right there. Tom Brady's moment of the season, arguably. What was it? 700th?
700
Go ahead,
passing
Nick.
touchdown.
Yeah, give me the rundown. Give me the whole rundown on the accomplishment right there.
The accomplishment is so that walk-off touchdown pass was his 700th passing touchdown of his career, the first player in NFL history to do so.
Unbelievable.
And he broke the all-time completions record, beating Drew Brees with 7,142 completions. That is insane.
And
in the
it was
same
a
fucking
walk-off,
game.
a walk-off tutty that was arguably their most important win of the season.
And you know what's crazy about the records that he's starting to hit now? They're approaching the territory where they're going to be like almost impossible to break because of the longevity aspect of it. I mean,
Yeah.
who else is going to be playing this good for this long?
It's not going to happen.
Tough to tell. The only thing is that works against him is it's a passing league and it's a passing friendly league. And Tom Brady, at least for 3/4 of his career, got to experience this league being the way it is now.
But you remember, he's
Like,
44.
I know.
And he's
not
still
done.
at the top of his game.
He's
That's what
not
I'm
gonna-
saying.
He's not done yet.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's starting
He
to run
ain't
the ball,
done
too. You're
yet.
starting to see the wheels.
Yeah, yo, actually,
He hears you.
shout out to Leonard Fournette.
Wow, that's major shade, Nick. I want you to call that out.
What is this?
I'm taking offense to that. Go ahead.
I love it.
That's major shade to your guy.
Oh, I don't pay attention to shade. I don't give a fuck. The result is that they're 10-3. He's 44 years old, and he's the MVP. So suck my balls. That's how I'm arriving. I don't care.
He didn't even give him the satisfaction of
No,
the
I don't
comment.
care.
All right, that's fine. So, by the way, guys, the Bucks will be in a 3-way tie for first if the Cardinals blow it tonight. They wouldn't. All right, blow it is harsh. If the Cardinals lose tonight, 10-3 across the board. You got Cardinals, Packers, Bucks, 10-3.
It's going to be a wild
That's
playoff,
wild.
man. It's going to be a guzzle it.
Nah, he only guzzles the Patriots
Yeah. And Tom Brady.
and Tom Brady. All right. So, anyway, that was amazing. But how did we get there? First half, it looked like it's the same. Nick and I were talking about this, Mike, before you got here. Why is it that the Bucks they come out firing, they dominate, they take these large leads, and it seems like in the second half of games this season, they take their foot off the pedal.
They're fucking
Teams
bored.
get caught up. Is it this, or is it like actually like?
Bro,
Are you worried about them closing games?
I'm not. You have Leonard
He's got to play
Fournette.
60 minutes. Someone's going to take advantage.
I
here.
definitely agree with that because, we were talking about that. And I think, like, they're able to get away with it because they play such a great half in one of the games. Like, it could be the second half, the first half. They play so great and they get ahead that the second half, they kind of, like, they take their foot off the gas and
go
it
through
allows
the
the teams
motions.
to come back, but they're so talented and they were so far ahead that they're able to get away with it. But when they play actual playoff teams, which the Bills right now kind of looking like a fringe team,
Yeah, right.
being 7-6, I think they'll get in because I think the talent's there.
Me too.
But, if they do that against the Cardinals, the Rams, they're going to lose the football game. So, I want to see them put it together for 60 minutes
They
from
won't,
here
though.
on out.
They won't,
the
because
thing
they
is,
will.
It shouldn't come down to a clutch moment at the end.
It shouldn't.
It
No.
needs to come down to,
No.
hey, we're gonna run the football, we're gonna run the clock, we're gonna maintain the lead, we're gonna add points where we can. It just seems like it's coming down to a lot of clutch moments now. I mean, the Indy game, the Fournette run, like these are season-defining moments that came down to a final play. It shouldn't have to happen this way because the good teams are gonna really beat up on your ass. And I mean, Tom Brady or not, I expect Tom Brady to be clutch. It shouldn't have to come down to that, though. There's a lot of chance. You're playing with chance there.
I agree with that. I mean, wholeheartedly, I agree. I mean,
And
when I watch them, I'm like, wow, they exploded in the first half. They play perfectly. They couldn't have played any better. They were getting first downs. They were getting stops. I mean, they held the Bills to a field goal. They was 24-3, and then the second half, it just seems like they just let them back in the game. They creep in. I think in the fourth quarter, the Bills scored 2 touchdowns within 4 minutes of each other.
Josh Allen carried them.
Yeah, I mean, with
Crazy.
those, just
What's
his
funny?
running ability is just great. I mean, Josh Allen has just great vision, and he's fast.
They better make the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
If
it's gonna be wild.
because it's gonna be like he's gonna be approaching like worst contract in the league.
Yeah, but
if
I
they
don't
miss
even
the
think it's
playoffs.
him. I don't think it's him. I think he actually had a decent game. I mean,
Their
I just
problem
think
is they don't hand they didn't have one rushing attempt
need
in
a
the
run
first
game.
half.
agreed.
Right back to what we said in preseason.
Absolutely.
The Bills can't win these big games because they can't establish the run. They don't even try either.
They need Boston Scott.
Yeah.
Boston Scott's better than everything they got in that room. Just saying.
I don't. They stink. They're running backs, not the.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't played well.
I
but
mean, yeah.
they just like
Yeah,
you don't
they
even
do
hand
it
the
for
ball
you.
off.
They don't got a workhorse in there. They got guys who are like they're like
And
pretty
without,
much good
Tre'Davious
counterparts.
White? Tre'Davious White.
Tre'Davious White was a
Tre'Davious
massive
White.
loss to the secondary.
yeah,
Massive.
it really was.
They can't. They have nobody that can guard
It's a problem.
badly.
So, I mean, Nick and I said Bills are getting in the playoffs, but Mike, what do you think? And I'll give you their schedule too. You want me to do that?
Yeah,
Run
do
through
that. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on one sec. All right. They got the Panthers in Buffalo this week. That's a win.
That's a win.
All right. They got the Patriots in New England.
That's a loss. Patriots are better. They'll get out coached again. And Sean
Second
McDermott
time
made that
around.
made that comment that it wasn't Bill Belichick.
They could have weather again in this game. This is New England. New
Good.
England the day after Christmas.
Good. December football, baby. In
What do you think?
Foxborough. Oh, I love New England.
Probably a Patriots win.
Absolutely.
God, it gets really dicey then. And then they got the Falcons and Jets. They would be 9-8.
Falcons and
They got the Falcons at home, Jets at home to close out. They would be 9-8 according to.
I would say I would lean.
Oh
win
no,
both.
excuse me. They would be 10-7.
10-7. Yeah, that gets you in.
Excuse me.
I would lean win both, but the Falcons could be. They could cause slight problems.
And if they lose that game, I'm hopping off that wagon.
Because sometimes they do play well. It's just you never know what you're getting with the Falcons. You never know. You don't know what team you're getting.
Well, I mean, they hold a tiebreaker against the Steelers. They beat them. And that's pretty
No,
much
the
it.
Week beat the Bills
You're right. Sorry
in
about
week
that.
one.
So Steelers do own the
that was
tiebreaker. then.
Paul's psychotic upset of the week.
But the Steelers, I mean, they're up and down too, and they tied the fucking Lions. So like, it's kind of hard.
Here's the real issue for the Bills. They don't have the tiebreaker over the Steelers or the Colts.
Yeah. Or the
Colts-
And the Colts are 7 and
The
6,
Colts
right?
are now the 6th seed.
They're 7 and 6.
Yep. The Colts leapfrogged the Bills this week.
They're in deep shit.
I think.
Wait. Let's do this as a group, guys.
Yeah, do it. Show me your bounce. So wait a minute though. So now you have the Colts
Dark
coming in at
horse.
7 and 6. They have a big game this weekend against the Patriots. They play them Saturday, right? It is the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big game. I mean,
Dark horse.
like if the Colts win that, I don't see a path for Buffalo. I really don't.
If the Colts win
go
that,
to
they
8
got
and
a
6,
shot at division, man.
Yeah, I don't see that.
3 seed. That's where
You know
I
what
had
I'm
'em.
saying on that?
I mean, I think the Bills are going to win 3 out of the last 4.
I'm saying if the Colts beat the Bills, I don't see a path for the Bills because they have the Patriots too.
There's going to be a lot of tiebreakers involved. Let's put it that way. It's going to be a lot of tiebreakers.
And then you have and here's the thing with the AFC North, Cincinnati, the Browns, and the Ravens are all one game apart. It's 8 and 5 and 7 and 6 and 7 and 6, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they need the Colts to lose against New England because
And-
New England's going to win the division.
And Nick, and the thing is too is the Steelers have the tiebreaker over them too. They're in deep shit for the playoffs.
Here, let me throw you guys a little something. They are in trouble,
But
by the way.
but the Steelers are in trouble too. So
Yeah,
they're
but
in more trouble.
Yeah,
Definitely.
right.
But let me just say a little something here, guys, because, besides yesterday, I mean, the Titans did their job, right? They got the Steelers in Pittsburgh. They got San Fran at home. They got Miami at home. And then they got another win week
that?
18 with the Texans. The Titans.
That's tough.
I mean, there is a pathway here. I mean, look, they beat the Colts twice, so that's major. But
there's a
they got a
for them to
pathway
win
that they
the
can lose 3 straight here.
Yeah.
Who's losing 3 straight?
I doubt it. The Titans. They're not going to.
I don't think they're losing to Pittsburgh.
This is literally the game, like, for both of them. This is going to decide their fates. If
I
they
like
beat
Pittsburgh.
if they beat Pittsburgh, then they're going to win a division. But if they lose to Pittsburgh, they have a pathway to lose 3 straight. And the Colts are probably finishing 2-2. They got New England, they got Arizona, they got Vegas, and the Jags. They're going to go 2-2. Colts will win the division by a game.
Look, if the Titans get in the playoffs and they get healthy,
I'm not even worried
Look
about
the fuck
it.
out.
Right. I'm with you, Nick, because
That team-
I'm not worried about them how they finish the season. I'm worried about when Derrick Henry comes back. Right?
they're going to be.
They just got to get in. They got to get in, and I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, because they need to get Julio Jones involved in the offense. I mean, he's not even worth mentioning anymore. But like he literally needs to get involved in the offense. And then
played all right
And then they
yesterday.
need to get AJ Brown back. They need to find that other receiver that can move the chains. That's what's killing them.
Well,
Like
the
a
biggest
Humphreys.
thing for
Adam
them was
Humphreys.
their
Only,
offense is
yeah,
desperate.
they need-
those kind of players, they
need
move
a
the
Humphreys.
chains. Like Cole Beasley was moving the chains for Buffalo last night against the Bucks. Like you need those kind of players to move the chains. If you have 2 dynamic wide receivers, you need that short, immediate route kind of guy to move the chains and keep it, keep the drive alive to give you more chances for big plays with your playmakers. So I think that's what they're missing.
I see a comment here I think we need to clarify. He said, but you just said you're worried about how they finish the season by losing three straight. Yes, because they don't have Derrick Henry right now. No one gives a shit about what they do right now. They're already getting into the playoffs. All right? If they lose 3 straight, not the end of the world because they're going to be a completely different team in a month.
Now we talked about this.
That's what we're trying to say here.
Hold on, we talked about this with the Patriots about not wanting to play them if you're on wild card weekend. Nobody wants to play the Titans either with
Right.
Derrick Henry coming back as a wild
And
card.
A.J. Brown. So A.J. Brown, week 16 return. Yeah, exactly. That's what we said. Said they're still winning and they have a 2-game lead over the Colts. Exactly.
Yeah.
So they should win the division. But there's a pathway where they could lose 3 straight. That's all that's being said.
And the Colts could go 3-1 down the stretch. If the Colts go 3-1 down the stretch and they lose their next 3.
If they go 3-1 down the stretch, yeah.
That game on Halloween when the Titans
Interesting.
beat the Colts
Just saying
by
it's
a field goal in
And then-
overtime.
And
that
Derrick
was-
Henry got hurt. I said it that night, man.
But that win was
killer.
major for the Titans.
Oh,
major.
yeah, because they would have
Yeah.
a 1-game lead, and I probably would say the Colts
It's-
might take it.
I know.
It's just getting interesting. That's all. It's interesting.
I want
it's
the
very
Colts to
interesting.
make.
I
them
want the
make
Titans
it.
to get healthy because
They'll
I
be
just
fine.
want to see them
I know.
at full
They'll be
strength. 'cause
fine.
They're legit.
They just got to finish the season and get into the playoffs. That's it.
I want the Colts to get.
But they could use, they could use an extra week of rest if it's possible,
Yeah.
But that would require a bye. So we'll see how it turns out. It's just interesting. Anyway, we got one more. I think we got to cover one more. All right.
Yeah, because I want Carson Wentz to do good because I'm a Carson Wentz fan.
I want to be right too. I had him as my 3 seed.
I want to
But
be
I'm
right
just
too
saying-
because I had the Titans in the Super
I'm
Bowl.
gonna simply
Who the fuck says an opinion and says, you know what? I want that opinion to be wrong.
listen. We're just pointing out the facts here. The Titans have been on a little bit of a slide, and the Colts are one of the better teams in the NFL right now.
Nah, he was talking about
been
me
hot.
because I had the Titans in the Super Bowl preseason.
But look, you're not
What?
wrong for it.
What?
No,
I'm not
we-
crazy for
No,
it.
might
it's
be-
me
we
and
might
Tom.
be-
It's me
If
and
they
Tom.
were
That's
if they were
great.
healthy, shit, man, they would literally be in the
I
argument.
love Tom, dude. That's great.
The reason. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
All right.
Hoodie up, baby.
That's
The
awesome.
reason. That's funny as shit. Shout out, Tom. Fucking shout out.
I mean, we kind of have 2 games to touch on. Do you want to hit both of them?
We
mean,
could
that's it.
probably leave out the last one. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
we
good
kind of
with
did
both.
talk about them already.
Yeah, I'm good with both of
It's
them.
not really worth talking about the Ravens and Browns because you know what?
Game's a disaster.
I mean, if Lamar doesn't return this week, could be a disaster. No one knows who's going to win that division. The Browns,
you don't
I
know.
mean, the Browns, they can't score in the second half against the Lamar-less Ravens, and the defense has been kind of ass all year.
Yeah, I don't.
There's just something fucked in the AFC North,
Bro.
and the Browns are the absolute
Bro, Baker's been ass all year.
the
That's their
model
problem.
of fuckery
yeah.
is the Browns.
Yeah. The hell out of here.
Baker, I don't understand it. I don't understand.
I'm gonna get you a Baker jersey for Christmas.
Mike, I'll get you your dinner. Well,
He had
we're
two
gonna
tou- he
break
had
even.
2 touchdowns. He was all right.
We're gonna break even tonight. Though.
Like
It's all right.
he was the #1 overall pick. He
So
should
what?
have fucking 2
It's all
touchdowns.
right. It's all right.
And he was under 200 passing yards.
What's that mean?
For like the 50th time in a row.
They won the game.
They did.
Yeah,
That's true.
I know. Would you rather look good and lose or look bad and win?
He's looked bad and
winning
doing both.
7 and 6.
Yeah, but he's been bad all year, bro.
Hey, 7 and 6. I'll look bad and win all the time. You could continue to look good, stack the papers, stack the sheets, and look good and lose.
That
That'll
team
work.
is fucking garbage, Mike.
That's okay.
They are bad. I'm literally starting to hate their Browns because they are literally ass.
They piss me the hell off.
I
You wanna
hate
know
them.
why? Because
the team
love
wins
Nick
and
Chubb.
you hate them. I don't understand. I'm confused.
I
I need
hate-
answers. If anybody on the live stream could tune in and let
Man.
me know what the fuck's going on, please. We're
they're
all
just
ears.
a frustrating team
Mike,
because they're loaded with talent.
They're ass.
And here's the thing. Their offense ain't loaded. They have a good running back. That's
And
it.
They're ass, Mike. As a team, they're ass.
I
And
never
Baker ain't
argued
any
that.
good. Baker's not
Wait,
good, bro.
All right, and when's the last time I said he was good?
I'm just saying. I have to point it out.
I
Wait,
understand that, and I'm just
I'll
pointing
point
it
out
out
one thing too. I wasn't even going to say this, but I'm looking at the stats right now, and Tyler Huntley outplayed Baker Mayfield.
And he
And-
lost. There you go. Looking
I
good and
know.
losing, or looking
Well,
bad
look,
and winning. I
the
need
win-
answers
the
from you too.
wins-
What do you want?
The win is most important.
What do you two want?
He had control of the game when they were down.
It's always
So
something.
is that his fault
Okay,
that he
so-
was down when he came in the game?
All right, in the second half, Tom Brady was 8 of 16
got
for
him.
72 yards. What's that mean?
We got
He missed his throws in the second half. He didn't play. he
Okay,
didn't
so
play
Baker
well.
Mayfield misses throws, though. He's garbage.
We already talked about it. The Bucs didn't play
I
a good
understand it
half.
now.
Did I already say that?
We just hold Baker Mayfield on a different pedestal. I understand it now. I get it now.
Yeah, well, Baker's just garbage.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I really understand it.
You
now.
should.
I do.
You should.
I get
I'm
it.
gonna get
bro.
you a Baker jersey, bro.
Please do.
Because you need to
right.
wear that shit on the show.
I wasn't going to go this way.
I said skip it. I said skip it.
got it. We got it.
I don't want to
Keep
skip
going.
it. I want to keep going.
Keep going. We
He's
got
ass. He's fucking garbage.
I
Sound it, bro.
know. He's
Sound it.
garbage. I know.
it. Sound it. We triggered him.
He
Yeah.
won the game and he's garbage. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Some players, if they have good stats and lose, we talk about their
No,
stats.
you're right. You're
If
right.
other players, if they win the game but have bad
Look, we'll
stats, we
keep
talk
it
about how they
let's-
have bad stats.
Let's keep it consistent here, all right? He won the game. It's just baffling that
You expect more.
in half a game of action that this guy, a number 1 pick, did not perform better than Tyler Huntley. He still won the game, though.
I'm keeping it consistent because Baker's been consistently ass.
And that's
so
what,
I'm
and I
calling him out.
haven't
He
defended
did enough
that.
to win the game.
Yeah, I know. I just have to. I just have to say that.
I just wanna win the
It's
game,
so
bro.
puzzling to
You love
me
him.
I don't.
that
I just
this
think he's
team,
unfairly criticized.
this team won 13 games last year. I just don't understand it. Heads need to be rolling.
My thing is like I said, last year they won 13 games with the same quarterback. He's having a down year and he's getting fucking crucified. And last year nobody was praising him. So I'm just looking for the answer.
What answer?
I thought he was getting praised in the second half, but
Because he was playing outstanding in the second half last year.
he
Outstanding.
looked like
and
an
had
NFL quarterback.
and he had a bad year and he had a down year this year caused by some injuries.
That
He
was a-
looked like an NFL quarterback. That's major shade.
That's a compliment. Listen, there's so many quarterbacks at play right now that do not belong. Like, period.
Well, he's the former number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah,
so he should.
we're holding him to a higher standard. That's all.
He has
That's
to.
fine.
though.
And we
That's
should.
the only reason why.
It's just puzzling. This team should be way better. That's why it's frustrating. I can't stand them anymore. I can't. Anyway,
Don't let them fuck around and win the division because it will be a long ass episode for you two.
I'm chilling.
Listen,
long
they
ass
should-
Ain't gonna be no
episode.
long ass
I
episode.
promise.
So
Listen,
it's
I
gonna
had
be
to
a
make it in
long
the
ass fucking
playoffs.
fucking
I
run
still
for
put
them.
them in
They're
my
gonna be
7
bounced out
seed.
real quick.
See what I mean, though?
What do you mean?
Then making the playoffs ain't good enough. It's going to be that they're going to be a first round exit. I see what you do there.
I'm not doing
I see
anything.
what you do. I
the
understand.
whole point
Everybody
is
watching this.
they have
You
to
are
grow.
living a dream
the
over here,
the thing
bro.
is, though, they have to
to wake up.
perform better than last year. They have to take it a step further. They have to at least make it to the same point as last year for it to be a successful season. They have to at least equal
That's fair.
last year.
That's fair.
That's all.
Win a playoff game. I don't think
First
they can
round
do
exit's
that.
not going to be enough. That's not going to be acceptable.
It's just time to wake up and smell the coffee. That's all.
Yeah, I don't get that, but okay.
You're sleeping
I'm
over
trying
there,
to prevent
bro.
a fight over there. You guys are close. So I don't want you to.
Oh no, we're friends.
Yeah. This is regular shit.
This is regular shit. Yeah.
And it's gonna continue to be regular shit.
Yeah.
We got him.
Oh yeah.
We got him red for a minute.
That's
All right, Mike.
delighting.
Here, look. I want you to inhale and exhale real quick.
Well, if we
got a
can
neutral-
wrap this show up,
I
I'm going to
know.
do that.
We got a neutral game here, and we're ending it on this. All right. Niners, Bengals. Two very frustrating teams there. An overtime game. Did you guys see the ending of this? It was fucking wild. The Bengals go down, and they kick a field goal, and they're like, all right. They take a lead in the overtime, and the Niners drive all the way down. Brandon Ayuk, beautiful touchdown catch, by the way. Did you guys see that?
He's coming alive.
Beautiful, Pete.
Yeah.
That's special.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that, though?
Yeah, it was
I mean,
awesome. He's a
the
fantastic player.
wherewithal to keep the feet in bounds and then reach across the pylon for the tutty for the win. So now, go ahead.
They're like the same team.
It is.
They are.
It's,
Like a model of inconsistency.
it feels like all these teams we just talked about are all the same teams.
Like there's a week where I watch Burrow and I'm like, yo, he's the best quarterback in the AFC North. And then there's other weeks I watch him and I'm just like, what happened?
You know, not for nothing. Joe Mixon didn't really have a good game either yesterday. It's just weird. It's weird, but they're both 7-6. So my question to you guys is going to be this: who's more likely to make the playoffs? And it seems like we ask this question pretty frequently about both these teams, but it's a week-to-week league.
It ebbs and flows.
Who is more likely to make the playoffs right now? They're both 7-6.
I'm going to go Niners because I think the NFC is going to be a little bit easier at the bottom. I think the AFC just has too much going on because now you have, like we were saying before, you have the Colts, you have the Ravens, you have the Browns are in the mix. Then you have, I mean, Seattle's not even out of it yet.
They're not.
And I'm not saying it like that. They're
Yeah.
trash, but they're not even out of it yet. The Redskins are in the 6th seed or the 7th seed.
The Washington football team.
Ah, damn it, dude. My bad.
Yeah, but on the radio, I just heard them saying the same thing. It's like no one can recognize them as the football team because that name is ridiculous. You need a new name.
It's a troll.
Adopt a new name. The football team. Come on.
It is garbage.
I mean, did you? Come on. We graduated elementary school. Come on.
Yeah, I'll go with the Niners too. I mean, they're a pretty good road team too. They're 5-2 on the road, and you know if they can get in the playoffs, you know maybe they can bounce somebody out real quick too. They have the talent, and you know we spoke about that in preseason. They're
Loaded.
They're loaded.
Jimmy playing all right.
Yeah, he's playing pretty
He's been
good.
Fine.
And they have
Look, I
Debo
haven't been
Samuel,
complaining about him.
Ayuk.
I know.
So that should say a lot. You know.
They just need to find an actual running back. That's what's killing them. They need to be able to run the football.
Yo, Elijah
playoffs.
Mitchell's good, but he just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it with the 49ers running back room that all their bones are brittle?
I don't know.
It's a shame.
They need
Raheem
new
Mostert's a
trainers.
stud too.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's
look,
my
here,
guy.
listen to this,
Raheem
guys.
Pasillo. I mean, that's my guy.
That's what it was. Raheem Pasillo.
Yeah,
I forgot.
that's my
Not
guy.
Nick Mostert.
He's a beast.
Listen to
Wasn't
this.
healthy.
We got the Bengals have Broncos in Denver. They got the Bengals. They got the Ravens at home, the Chiefs at home, and the Browns on the road. Not looking too good there, right? Not looking too good. That's a tough final month of the season for them.
Yeah.
Niners, though, on the other hand, you got Falcons at home, you got Titans on the road, Texans at home, and then you got Rams on the road. So at worst, 9-8, and they're getting in.
Could sneak.
They got the easier path. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So this is how we're going to close the show. Oh my goodness. We are witnessing a potential upset again. Philly Phil is leading in DFS again.
Damn.
He's watching.
Good shit,
time.
Phil.
James Conner.
It's close though. Everybody's alive, but still, it has to be said.
Yo, you needed Connor, didn't you?
Yeah.
He scored.
He's cooking. He's got 18 points.
Thank God. Yeah, thank God. Man. But wow, Phil.
That's you.
I mean, we just said this though. We said Phil's got the different captain. Maybe that's something that'll work for him. Do any of us have Connor? I didn't have him, I don't think.
I need Kendall Blanton.
Kendall Blanton.
He's got a target.
Kendall Blanton.
Stop with
What?
Kendall Blanton.
Yo, so it's a 10-10 game right now. 10-10 game, and I can't see who has the ball. I don't know why, but 3 minutes left going into the half.
Well, no, the Cardinals just scored.
It just happened, so that's
Yeah.
why.
On
Okay.
fourth and goal on the Rams one, and James
Wow,
Conner ran it
that's-
in for a 1 yard touchdown.
That's major.
That's playing to win, not to lose.
That's major. Wow.
I feel like a lot of teams go for it on fourth down now. It's become the new norm.
The analytics shit.
I like it.
Me too,
Yeah,
definitely.
well, that's the thing. Though.
It's fun.
They're expecting points to be on the board. The second half's going to be wild. I can't wait, guys.
I know.
So that's why we're going to sign off. We got to catch this game. Thank you, everybody, again. If you missed it last week, we are now part of the Props Network. Find us on propshq.com. I believe that is the website. Yes, it is. propshq.com/podcast/psychotic-iconic. You'll find us on there, though. You'll see that nice logo. Props, man. They're awesome. They're awesome. They're the best. Home of the Tour Junkies and the Pickle Pod. Think Pickleball. Man, they're major. Major. So if you guys missed that, there it is again for you. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Nick. Stay tuned. We are on our regular schedule this week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Find us there.
Yep. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on other platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, and Stitcher. Also, give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you guys Thursday night at P&I.